Ma'am, we can start. Shala, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. A very pleasant good morning and a hearty welcome to all the dear participants who joined with us for this day 5 Faculty Development Program on Stress Management sponsored by AICTE et al. And conducted and coordinated by Government College of Engineering, Tirunelveli. So, as usual, we shall start with a 10-minute self exploration of the days that we have come across. I would like to just read out the topics that we have dealt with in the last 4 days. Day 1 was on human values and ethics, practicing environmental consciousness, man, machine, and intelligence. Days 2 sessions were on managing stress, stress interventions, stress in teaching COVID-19 scenario. Day 3, the session was on stress management in teaching and learning, stress and coping, impact of stress on physical and mental health. And day 4, the session were on stress management techniques, preventive measures, and mindfulness. With this, I would like to just walk you through the recap of day 4, session 1 and 2 on stress management techniques and preventive measures conducted by Dr. R. Victor Lazarus. The resource person started with the components of stress as pressure, tension, and compulsion. In order to manage the components of stress, he suggested the prescribed doctor's prescription as read, stating as relax, exercise, and diet. As the resource person suggested, the causes of stress are as toxic relationship, worry, addiction to drugs, alcohol, and smoking, terror of parents, teachers, relatives, friends, etc. As suggested by all the resource persons, most probably all the resource persons of the day suggested the solution for stress is to smile. And the resource person of yesterday gave us an input that smile enhances our face value. So, in order to manage stress, he also suggested to follow the Pepsi management technique as planning, evaluating, prioritizing, scheduling, and implementing. If you follow these techniques, we can definitely manage the stress that we undergo during this teaching scenario. As this new normal has set in due to the onset of pandemic, not only adults but also kids and youth has started experiencing headache in their day-to-day life. It is common due to this new normal scenario. So, in order to tackle this new normal scenario of teaching, the issues that the faculty are facing is managing the students, managing their assignments, controlling the students during class hours, and monitoring their performance. So, for these, in order to manage these kind of issues, the resource person suggested these particular words as effective teachers make well managed classrooms. I would like to repeat again, effective teaching enhances well managed classroom. So, how can we make our classes more effective? Is that we should understand the need of the students, then make the class much more interesting, be creative while uh, telling the topics, create challenges for the students inside the class, and give them adequate inputs. So, in these ways, we can make the class more effective and we can very well manage the classroom, even online. So, as teachers, we are responsible for undertaking two responsibilities. One is maximize the level of learning, and another is minimizing misbehavior in online teaching scenario. So, if this balance is misbalanced, if these two things are misbalanced, we feel anger. Anger is because of the behavioral modification, and so we must make the students realize that he or she is important for that particular class. So, what are the other tips to overcome these hurdles that are faced by teachers are learn the names of each and every student, call them by their name. Have a peace of mind, both for students and for teachers. Don't be tedious and tiresome. Do not overwork. Make the students miss you. So, in these ways, we can of course, manage the stress that we are facing due to this pandemic online teaching scenario. Day 4, session 3 was on mindfulness, handled by our resource person, Mr. Sivakumar Palaniappan. He started with the question of what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a state of being. It's a process of focusing your attention and awareness on the present moment. He also further stated that to be present in that moment is very, very important, and that is what we call mindfulness. Example, while you are taking a cup of tea, drink only the tea. Don't fill your mind with other thoughts. Concentrate only on the tea and relish the tea. So, what are the top 10 disturbances that we face in this new normal working scenario? Is that family relationship, children and pet, difficulty to concentrate, lack of office and good infrastructure scenario, household noises and disturbances, lack of proper workspace, lack of internet facility, and most probably the stress because of this pandemic situation. So, how to avoid all these distractions is that anchoring your thought is very, very, very needed of this hour. So anchoring your thought is very much needed. So before that, we have to realize that we can never do multitasking. So believe in the fact that no one, even a machine, cannot do multitasking. So focus or anchor your thoughts in one task and concentrate on it so that we can reduce the stress. What are the other powerful ways to be mindful? Is avoid news because they dump in unnecessary materials that we don't need in our day-to-day life. So it was highlighted by the resource person that we should avoid listening to news. Avoid social media time. Be a minimalist. Minimalize your work and concentrate on one. Stop multitasking and have thinking time for yourself. And he ended this session with 7 things that mindful people do differently. They are practice being curious, forgive themselves, hold their emotions lightly, practice compassion, make peace with imperfection, embrace vulnerability, understand that all things come and go. These are the 7 important things that the people who are experiencing mindfulness will do differently in their day-to-day life. I would like to finish the recap session of day 4 with beautiful words. I would like to read it for you. Mindfulness is like that. It is like a miracle which can call back in a flash of our dispersed mind and restore it to wholeness so that we can live each moment of life. I would like to read it once again. Mindfulness is the miracle which can call back in a flash our dispersed mind and restore it to the wholeness so that we can live each moment of life. If we practice mindfulness, of course, we can manage our stress and we can lead a very happy life. With this, we conclude the